This is a bit awkward. My camera is not focusing on my face. That's a bum. So Dueling Grounds has finally been released into Roblox, but there are some people like you guys who are dum-dums. So I know they would be watching this video. So in this video, we are going to be looking through the entire review of this game and gonna show you all some guides and tactics into winning each matches in Dueling Grounds. So let's get into it. Also guys, if you want to just look at the stuff you want to know from this video, I did make some chapters so you can skip ahead. So yeah, let's get into it. Now let's talk about the features of this game. So in the Dueling Grounds, it is a game where you get to do a duel with two people in a circular arena just like this, but it's small. So it's basically not called an arena. You guys might recognize this game to another game called Shadow Fights. I don't know if you all know what that game is, but it's a mobile game. It's a very pretty good game. It looks exactly like this game, but this game is 3D while that is 2D. So basically in this game you have to just earn money by winning different duels over here with other people, or by playing the ranked mode, which gives you gems also with the coins. But I do not suggest you guys go for the ranked mode first, because ranked mode, you might already know the history of ranked modes. It is full of sweats, so like those people on the pedestal. So I don't suggest you guys go for the ranked mode first until you got all the weapons in the game and you think you are better than all the people that are in the lobby, so you can go for the ranked. So let's just start with some basic stuff by looking at what the hell is in the screen. So if you look at the top, you can see you have your health bar and your opponent's health bar, and below those health bar is your ultimate mode bar and your opponent's ultimate mode bar. And if you look below, this thing is your guard bar. I will explain what an ultimate mode and the guard bar does later in the video. And you might be wondering, what do you do with all the money that has been collected by winning each duels? Well, they can be spent on acquiring different weapons, each with unique attributes. Like, one is the light attack, and another one is the heavy attack, and one last one is the parry. Okay, now let's talk about the weapons. So the first one, which is the default one, is called the katana. So this is what the katana looks like. It's basically just a basic old katana that you see in the movies. This weapon is pretty good as a starter weapon, as it has a balanced range that is like between around long and small range, and it is very fast. It has a very great versatile, good speed, and it has very quick attacks. Plus, this is the free one because you need to fight something in the start of the game, so this is the default one, so it's basically free. And this weapon has some special series of light attacks and heavy attacks and parry. So here is what the series of light attacks look like for the katana. So it's basically only three new swiping style. 1, 2, 3. And here is what the series of heavy attacks look like for the katana. Just like the light attacks, it also has three new swiping style. 1, 2, and 3. And last, finally, we have the parry, and it looks like this. It's basically blocking your opponent's attacks. So this is what the parry looks like for the katana. Now let's move on to the next weapon. Now the second weapon is called the dual daggers. So this is what the dual daggers look like. It's basically just two basic knives. It's basically just two knives. That's it. Unlike the katana, this weapon is short ranged, so it's very fast. Plus, it doesn't do a lot of damage because It prioritizes more on speed and quick attacks, just like the katana, but a bit more faster. This weapon costs $1,400, or you can just spend 95 Robux if you're a pay to win noob. So, like the katana, this also has light attacks, heavy attacks, and parry, but they have different animations. So, here is what the series of light attacks looks like for the daggers. So it's basically one, two, three. Here is what the series of heavy attacks look like for the daggers. It's basically one, two, three. And this is what parry looks like. It's basically putting your hands together like an X shape, which is pretty cool in my opinion. And finally, the last weapon we have is the Naginata. So this is what the Naginata looks like. It's basically just a pole with a knife on the end. Unlike the other two weapons, this weapon is a long range weapon, so it's gonna be very slow because it prioritizes on heavy attacks and it makes it slower but is very powerful and could be the powerful knife ever bought in the shop right now. So this sword costs around $1,650, or you can do the same by spending 95 Robux on it like a pay to win noob. Just like what I said before, this also has different animations. Like here is what the series of light attacks look like for the Naginata. It's basically just one, two, three. That's it. And here is what the series of heavy attacks look like for the Naginata. So it's basically just three swings. One, two, three. And lastly, this is what the parry looks like for the Naginata. So like I said, the parry means block, and this is what the parry looks like. You can hold it like that and let it go. This is also kind of familiar to the katana, so there's not much change on this one other than the fact that the sword is different. That's all. Okay, now let's talk about the two main abilities in this game. So there are only two abilities which are same for each weapons. It's mainly same for I think all the weapons, but they have different animations. Plus I think there's a few damage differences in both of the weapons with these abilities. So if you guys remember when we were talking about the guard bar below us, and that is the first ability you have to know. The first ability is called the guard break ability. So basically once when his guard is destroyed, it which means when it is reaches zero, do the last attack at him and it will do a big amount of damage based on the weapon you have. Like I said, it has different damage variation with different weapons. Okay, so we have our test dummy right here. So I'm gonna show you what a guard break ability looks like for the katana. So you have to basically just do some any light or heavy attack on it. I'll try both light and heavy attacks on him. First we'll try only light attacks. So it basically takes around 5 hits, I believe. So you might notice his bar has decreased when I hit him a lot of times. So that's when his guard is broken and when he just gets launched into air and you can just do a final strike on him, which deals a lot of damage on him. So the next ability we're going to be talking about is the ultimate mode ability. So what it does is, if you notice our health bar, my health bar, you can see below the health bar there's another red bar that's almost filled up. To fill up the ultimate mode bar, you have to get a series of strikes on him. Like every hit will increase a portion of the bar. So if you get like counter hits on him, like continuous hits, you can get the bar full to the full and the ultimate mode will be ready for you. So let's try it and see how much damage does it take. So here goes nothing. So this is what the ultimate looks like. And as you guys can see, it took like a quarter of its health, which is very sick for the katana. So this is what the ultimate looks like for the dual daggers. So it's basically just a lot of hits on the floor and bam. Okay guys, now let's talk about some strategies for winning the games, each duels in dueling grounds. So also I suggest you guys use a lot of your abilities up in your advantage. Like for in the start of the match you have to try to break the opponent's guard a lot of times. Obviously you will die in the maybe the first round or the second round. There are only two rounds if you're playing in the lobby, and definitely you might die, it's all right, but that's how the game works. So at the end you'll be like who will win the last. So you have to use your abilities at your advantage, like breaking his guard and using the final attack on him. It deals a lot damage. And using the ultimate mode, I suggest you save your ultimate mode for the last round. When you're about to die in the last round, you can use the ultimate mode to clutch yourself. So yeah. Okay guys, I have a very good like suggestion on how to make a lot of coins like me, who I made like 8,000. Well, I haven't tried this method yet. I think you might have already realized the method by watching the video. So I suggest you guys quickly get the private server because right now it is free, but eventually they might change it and make it into a paid private server. And I don't know why. I think they forgot to like stop all progressions and receiving money from all the matches you get in the private server as well, because if you guys saw the matches I've been doing for testing the abilities, you might notice I did gain 2 wins from that, plus some coins as well. So I suggest if you want to get new weapons, you can like save up on coins. So I'm going to play a ranked mode with the Naginata, so you can watch a small gameplay of me playing one round of ranked, how it looks like. So yeah. So yeah guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this guide and you felt this was a bit useful and you learned a lot of tricks from here. So if you like and subscribe, that would be great. Also buy my merch in the Roblox marketplace. It's in the link in the description. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.